Hey everybody, I'm Sean. Welcome to another episode of Angling Spiders. Welcome back everybody. On today's episode, I am filming this intro in my backyard because I didn't get a chance to do it at the lake. But for this one, I did go out and do some fishing at Glenmore Reservoir here in Calgary. Went to do some summer pike fishing. And the reason I went there is because I know that at this time of year, the water at Glenmore is super clear. And I wanted to get out and give this thing a test again. This is the CanFish Fishing CamX. You guys would have seen this in a previous video where I reviewed this thing, but I didn't get a chance to put it through the paces. I wanted to go out and really see if I could record some footage of some strikes. So let me tell you what happened. I went out, the conditions were good, the water's clear, and I didn't catch a fish for the first 4 hours in the morning. I didn't think there was any action going on. And so I really thought it was going to be a bad day. What I'm going to start this video off with is the fish that I actually ended up catching at the very end of the day. I caught 3 fish. And the challenge with a camera like this that's in line is you have no idea what it's recording while it's under the water. And so interestingly enough, stick around till the end of the video, because what I'm going to do is show you that I recorded footage for the first hour and a half that I was fishing, mostly because that's the battery life of this camera. And the action was a little bit more hot than I originally thought. So we'll get to that. But first, let's get to the fish that I did catch. All right, so here we are, early morning, sun's just coming up. I am out at Glenmore Reservoir, and look at how high the water is. This breakwater right here, typically there's a shoreline here, and the water would not be touching that wood. And there's usually a shoreline all the way around Glenmore Reservoir. You'll often see people fishing off of the shoreline. There is no shoreline right now. This water is the highest I've ever seen it. And I assume that's because the city of Calgary is under water restrictions because they're fixing our water mains. And so they're probably holding more water right now in preparation for needing some as they go into restrictions. So very interesting. And I have never been out here with the water this high, and I've never been out here this late season. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens today with the fishing, because I've never fished this late in the year at Glenmore Reservoir before. So we're going to see if we can get on them, and I am going to try the CanFish fishing camera because the water is super clear today. So got all kinds of things going on. I'm going to get rigged up and get going. What an absolutely beautiful day it is out here. The fishing may not be great, but the weather and the paddle sure is. All right, I am in an area I have never been to before. Since the fish weren't biting today, I decided to go exploring. And this is the very west end of Glenmore Reservoir, where it goes into the Elbow River. And the water down here is not very clear. The clarity is actually pretty bad. So I am going to turn around, but you could paddle quite a ways, I think, down the river here and go exploring if you so desired, which is pretty interesting. All right, everybody, we finally got one. Finally got one. Took a long time today. Haven't seen it yet. Some good head shakes though. There it is. Nice pike. And we finally got on the board today. And there we go. Hooked well. Whew. That fish was a long time coming. That one took forever. I think it took me 4 hours to catch this fish. today's snack of the day is wasabi almonds from HBAF. So we're gonna crack into them. I think these were from Bianca Moore's again. Sometimes wasabi peas or wasabi almonds are really strong. Oh yeah, these are pretty strong. They're coated in a pretty good amount of wasabi. And they're really good. Really good. A little bit spicy, not too bad. Tasty. All right, we got another one. This one I got casting. Not big, but I don't care. Fish number 2 for the day after losing quite a few. And so I'll take anything I can get right now. Maybe it's a little bigger than I thought, or it went in the weeds. Oh, I think it went in the weeds. Yeah, it went in the weeds. No, it's not very big. There he is. Pike. Oh, well hooked. There we go. Oh, and there he's off. Right there. Okay. I picked up another one. He's going in the weeds. Kind of overcast now. Clouds are rolling in and the wind has started to pick up. It's been an absolutely gorgeous day, flat as glass out here, and now the wind is picking up a little bit and bringing those clouds in. I think about the same size as the other 2 I've caught so far. Not complaining. Should be seeing it here any second. There it is. Yeah. Nice little jump there. And there we go. Whoa. Well, he does not want to come in this one. There we go. And there he goes. All right, so there's the latter half of the day, the fish that I caught. Now I want to show you the footage from this camera. It is actually a little bit surprising, and I'll talk a little bit about it as I'm showing the footage, so let's get to it. All right, everybody, so here's the first strike of the day, and it's actually on the camera. There it is. That pike hit the camera instead of the lure. Next one, you see the camera wobble here. That is a pike hitting the camera once again. So you'll see here I switched over to a swim bait, and once again, just keep an eye on the screen. Pike is incoming from the bottom. Here he comes, wham, right on the camera. And so obviously this camera is as attractive to these pike as a lure, but I did get some lure strikes as well. Check this out. There's a wobble on the camera again. You can see the pike in the background. He hit the camera. He's following the camera, and then now he's on the lure. Here we go. Following it along, checking out the action. No, not interested. Back into the deep water. Oh, frustrating. Did we actually get some strikes on the lures? Yes. There's one right there. Hit the lure, did not bite the hook, and off he goes. Let's see if we got another one here. I think this one's also incoming from the bottom left. There it is. Strike on the lure. Actually had a pretty good hit, but didn't get the hook in the mouth. Gone. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed not only a couple of catches, but also what the CamX was able to pick up and that action that was going on underwater that I had no idea that was even happening. So I'm going to continue to try to use this thing. I need to modify it a little bit because I don't like the way it works right at the moment, but I think I have a fix for that, and I'll show you guys what I do to modify the setup for this camera when I eventually get to it. So you can look forward to that in a future episode and my next adventure. And with that, we'll close this one out. you like the video, smash that like button, hit subscribe. And until next time, good fishing.